In this video, I'll go ahead and reveal to you guys 8 different sneaker hacks that will actually change the way you think about sneakers. And with that being said, these will not just keep your sneakers fresh, but also keep them to be able to last longer. With that being said, do not skip this video because at the end, you have a tip that I recommend you do not miss. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this. And the first thing I do want to say, you guys, is we want to make sure that our kicks are fresh at all times, you guys. When you guys go out and wear your sneakers, you guys, even I myself, I feel like one of the things that we first see on a person's outfit or like looking at them based on what they portray is basically their fit and what they have on their feet. So with that being said, you guys, I have a couple of different ways you can go ahead and keep your sneakers fresh. And I'm gonna kind of give you a 2-for-1 because this one's gonna kind of come full circle. And that's another reason why you have to watch this video throughout until the end. But with that being said, one way you can go ahead and keep your sneakers fresh is use some dryer sheets. Go ahead and keep them clean and just smelling good at all times, you guys. I don't know if you guys have experienced this before. Maybe you did sports a lot or whatever the case may be, but many people I've realized even around like my sports teams have had the troubles of smelly feet, I guess you can call it. But even my dad, for example, he used to have some deodorizer balls, which I'll go ahead and put on the screen, and I have an in-depth video about that on the 27 things under $50. So I'll go ahead and put info card up here if you want to learn a little bit more about those. But they basically kind of speak for themselves. They basically just kind of keep your sneakers smelling fresh. And yeah, who doesn't want a fresh pair of sneakers? So with that being said, you guys, first thing you want to do is freshen up your sneakers and make sure they're not smelling a weird type of way. With that being said, second, we got removing creases, you guys. And I don't know if you guys have actually heard about this tip, and if you guys haven't, I'm glad to go ahead and share it with you guys. A tip you can go ahead to go ahead and remove those creases is you can go ahead and use a hair dryer, you guys. Now, I gotta say before I completely say this and make it known like that I know how to do it, I gotta say, you guys, that I haven't personally done this myself because I have a method to go ahead and prevent this in the first place. But with that being said, a way I go about preventing this issue is I basically go ahead and use some crease protectors, you guys. Crease protectors are basically known as maybe sneaker shields. Maybe some may know as that name, but these basically go ahead and protect or prevent your sneakers from actually creasing when you go ahead and make a step. So that being said, crease protectors are very, very, very valuable, you guys. They have they basically just save you money, especially on those sneakers you spend a lot of money on. They're definitely a lifesaver, and it just allows you to keep your sneakers natural frame. With that being said, that is the second thing. Third thing I gotta put you guys on game with is you want to go ahead and keep the soles of your feet clean. Now, one way you can go ahead and keep your soles of the shoes clean is you basically use a toothbrush. You basically just go ahead and scrub down there with some toothpaste. Toothpaste is a great way to get off the dirt. And toothpaste is just a great way to go ahead and relieve those white soles, you guys. But with that being said, I know there's a lot of other soles that get dirty besides white, but white is like the most prevalent, I think that's the word you can say, but like the one that is just the most known. And that being said, I know a lot of people want to keep their soles clean, and I do have another method for this one. If you do want to keep your soles clean and don't want to constantly use a toothbrush, you can go ahead and put a film on the bottom of your shoe. And basically what this film will do for you is it will allow you to keep your shoes clean. And it's basically like stepping on, I guess you can say, stepping on your shoes like with a plastic bag. And that plastic bag is like the film, you guys. So the bottom of your shoe actually doesn't get dirty. It's just a plastic bag. But with that being said, that is the third thing. Fourth thing I do want to share with you guys is you guys can make a do-it-yourself sneaker protector. Now, this actually makes things a little harder, and I probably would see this more along like the sneakerheads and the people that really care about their sneakers. But you actually could go ahead and just buy a sneaker protector. You can go ahead and just buy one at the store or buy one online. This will probably make your job a whole lot easier. But if you do want to make your own, you can go ahead and grab some waterproofing spray, and you can go ahead and just spray that coating over your shoe and focus on the uppers and the seams. But you have to make sure, you guys, that this is safe for the materials of your sneakers, you guys. I don't want you guys to go ahead and use it on your sneakers and then blame me for the troubles you're having or just for the issues that it causes. Definitely make sure that you make sure it's good for the materials of your shoes and let it dry for hours. before wearing them, and then you should be pretty good to go. But with that being said, that is a great tip you can go ahead and use with the suede and mesh sneakers, which gets damaged by water or dirt. But with that being said, another thing, you guys, the fifth thing I do want to talk about, and is actually a topic that I want to make a whole nother video for. This one is going to be tying your laces in the right way, you guys. Tying your laces in the right way, I guess you can say, with the quotes. I guess the way I would say is just a way that makes it easy for you guys to not even have to tie your shoes at all every time you put your shoes on. And I feel like this is a good habit to get into with all your shoes, because it just allows it allows you to put your shoes on in an easier way. Basically, a way that I'm talking about is, I don't know if you guys have seen them. I've seen them a lot with Jordans and just sneakers that are just not regular sneakers, but it's a type of snake or lacing system that I'll show you on the screen right here. And basically with this lacing system, it allows you to just slip on your shoe, and it has little to no lace on each side of the lacing system. With that being said, tying your shoelaces this way is an amazing way. I put some of my friends on game with this in my life, and they said it's a pretty good way to go about tying your shoes. I gotta say that. But with that being said, this will go ahead and prevent your laces from coming undone all the time. Sixth thing, you guys, we're getting closer and closer to that last tip that you do want to stay until the end and stick through to. With that being said, you want to go ahead and restore your suede with a brush. I've got this question multiple times, you guys, on how to clean suede, or what's the best way to go about cleaning suede. And the way I got to tell you guys is about using a suede brush. Not just a regular brush, but a brush that is meant for suede. And I know suede sneakers are a bit trickier to go ahead and take care of, but with the right tools, you can go ahead and keep them fresh. And you just want to go ahead and always remember to gently brush in only one direction, you guys. Go ahead and just brush in one direction, and make sure you go ahead and restore that texture. And this can help you remove the dirt from the fibers without actually damaging the materials on the shoe. And the bonus tip I do want to leave you guys with is you can go ahead and use the suede eraser for tougher stains, and you just want to rub it gently over the mark, and then go ahead and lift it away from harming the actual suede. Another thing, you guys, 7, the lucky number 7, the divine number 7. You want to go ahead and use dryer sheets, you guys. I know I mentioned this in the first tip, and I did say I was going to come full circle, but this is another way you can go ahead and keep your sneakers fresh at all times. And I just added this in there as its own because I didn't really think I was going to throw in that tip in the beginning about the dryer sheets, but this is definitely going to be a good way to go ahead and keep your sneakers fresh and actually prevent them from being smelly in the first place. You can go ahead and store them in your sneakers, maybe when you're done wearing them, overnight, or whatever works the best for you, but this is definitely a great and effective way to go ahead and do that. And if you don't actually have any dryer sheets, you can go ahead and use some fabric softener sheets, or even some small sachets of activated charcoal for some odor control. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get on to the last and final tip, and that is going to be to make your sneakers shine with a polishing cloth. You guys, I actually recently made a video on how to use at-home products to go ahead and clean your sneakers, and I feel like in that video I touched on a way you can go about doing this without a polished cloth. But with that being said, a polished cloth will definitely give you that quick shine and extra protection on your leather sneakers. And this is an easy and effective way to get them glossy and just have that high-end finish. So with that being said, you guys, this is a win-win, you guys, and it just prevents also that cracking and damage. So the way that I said that I would actually go about doing this, if you don't maybe have a polishing cloth or something to have your sneakers shine, which would be like a shoe polish or like maybe a leather conditioner, you can go ahead and just basically get a paper towel and some water, which is the way I would go ahead and do it, or maybe some soap. Go ahead and put that all together in one mixture on the paper towel, and once you go ahead and do that, you want to go ahead and just rub it on the places that have dirt on your shoes, you guys. I'm telling you guys, it works wonders. I have a pair of white Air Force Ones that I was showing in that video that I was cleaning them with, and also some pair of black Air Force Ones. And if you do want to see that video more in depth, you can go ahead and click the info card up here. But with that being said, very useful tip, and I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and do that. But with that being said, you guys, those 8 sneaker hacks will seriously change your life and your sneaker game. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know down below in the comment section below. about how you guys feel. Maybe you guys have had some experience with some in the past. And yeah, if you found these tips helpful, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this. And if you want to see some more sneaker game videos, go ahead and click the playlist up here.